Well, D&D is, well, Dungeons and Dragons. It's kind of like a book that you get to experience as your own character. You get to make a character that can be anything. You could be just a normal village kid getting his start in the world because he wants to be an adventurer, or you could make a seasoned war veteran who's half dragon. Anything you want. You can make any kind of character. And it's a dice-based game where you roll dice, see what happens. High chance it adds for a lot of really interesting possibilities because there's always that time where you roll, because you would say you roll a die that goes from 1 to 20, and best option of course is 20, and you get that 20 and you and all your friends are really excited.
What I like about D&D is I really like just about all of it. I like the actual mechanics of the game where you roll the dice and it's really a lot of math based as well. And then I especially love the role playing aspect to the making your character, every little detail about them, their background story, going really in depth with them, just creating their whole life and really getting into that character.
Well, the parts of D&D, there's two main parts. There is the player and the DM. The player is the person, say, for me, if I were to come with my character, I am bringing this character into a world that the DM has created. And basically consider like the DM is the author, but I control this character in the story. And the DM creates this world for us, and we just he throws scenarios at us like, this is happening, now this is happening, how do your characters react? And it's so interesting because people often will make characters that are very different in their personality, see how those characters end up interacting with each other. I've had times where it's two people that sometimes don't even get along, make characters that the two characters end up just clicking, and those two characters become like better friends than the entire rest of the party. I've also had times where people have had to make new characters because they've actually tried to kill each other because their characters hate each other so much. But the two different parts from the DM's perspective of these are these people, these are the characters for my story, I want to see how they react to my story, and the player who, this is this character I've made in this new world, how do they make it? And it makes for some interesting dynamics between all the players involved.
My favorite character to play as would probably be a rogue Eladrin. An Eladrin is like an elf, just like a higher, like a little bit more magic-y elf, and a rogue plays a lot very sneakily is their style. They're a lot like a ninja.
Well, as time's gone on, there have been less misconceptions. But there used to be plenty. Like, it used to be D&D, all parents told their kids they couldn't play D&D because it was witchcraft or something. I don't understand how you think some pen, paper, and a couple dice are witchcraft, but But overall, like, the main misconception nowadays is that it's some nerd game just for nerds who like numbers. And while, I mean, there are numbers involved, it's not as daunting of numbers as you would think. It's actually pretty scaled down compared to how it used to be. It's actually pretty easy to pick up and learn. The player's manual, which is the first book you would get for D&D, like the first few chapters are just a step-by-step on how to make it. And also, it's not just for nerds and stuff. I'm a very big nerd, but I also love to play sports and love all these things. It's just I'm creative, and this is a good outlet for me, and it's very fun. It's for people from all walks of life. Like, in my game, there's a lot of people think it's only for guys. You'll only find guys there. In the current game, one of the current games I'm playing, there's actually 2 girls. There was 3, but one of them had dropped out. But in one game, there was actually an even amount of girls and guys. So it's not as big of just a male thing as you would think it is.
It really doesn't feel that different to me being a girl playing D&D. I've grown up with, more of my friends have been guys than girls, so that's just been the way I've grown up and everything, and so to me it just doesn't really feel that different.
And all in all, it's just a game that was created for people that have a really good imagination and want to use that to make a story with their friends and experience it and just have a good time together.